Hello everyone and welcome to Cinderfall Gaming. I hope you're all doing well, I hope you're all staying safe, and most of all, I hope you're all fighting that war against the Grey. Today, we've got a Warhammer community article, the first one that's come up in a while about Warhammer Age of Sigmar, and so we're going to take a look at it. Now, let's first of all get talking, I guess, about the big eight in the room, in that we know that Stormcast Eternals are now not coming out on the 28th. In fact, they're not coming out in August at all anymore. This was first appeared in an article. This article is when they tell us when we got the date, and we'll get to that in a second. However, we first heard about this, when the pre-orders went up for the coming weekend, and there was no Stormcast Eternals Battletome or Auric Warclans Battletome available. Now, originally, these two books were promised in August. However, the article in which that was published has since been changed, and it's been written as soon. And we've now got in this article some more information on that. Whatever has happened, they're not coming out. Can't do much about it. It would have been nice for maybe Games Workshop to put up something a little bit earlier rather than just sneakily change something in the background and then put a little blurb down at the bottom of this. But beggars can't be choosers. So let's get looking though, and let's get excited. So this article is We Rate Gryphs, a guide to the cutest and most ferocious Stormcast Eternals companions. And so I'm a big fan of Gryph, and the Gryph Chargers, Gryph Hounds, and all of that. I think they're absolutely amazing. They're some of my favourite models in the Stormcast range, and this Knight Judicator here with his cool new couple of Gryph Hounds is an awesome looking model. So first of all, we get a look at the Stormstrike Chariot, and they've got some weird little thing they're doing. You know, it's funny, the cuteness, ferocity, loyalty, and overall. But what we're really interested in, it's a special breed of Gryph Charger. You can see they've got the padded paws and all that sort of stuff. We've got Azir Unleashed, which is a Stormstrike Chariot rule. So, as you would guess, a Chariot impact rule for the Stormstrike Chariot. After this unit makes a charge move, you can pick one enemy unit within 1 inch of this unit and roll a number of dice equal to the unmodified charge roll. For each 4+, the unit suffers a mortal wound. So it's like the good version of Ogre Charge that Ogres get with their monsters. That's pretty cool. Hoping there's ways we can increase charge roll. Or it does say unmodified, so that's a little bit sucky. But, you know, nice big rolls on this can do a decent amount of mortal wounds. I mean, you roll a 7 or an 8, you're doing 3 or 4 mortal wounds is pretty sweet before you even attack with the model. Looking at it, remember, it's got a bow, it's got an axe, and these guys are probably going to do a bit of mortal wounds on them as well. So, nice. Next, we get to one of my favourite Stormcast Eternal units. I absolutely love the Vanguard Paladius. I think they look amazing. And so, all we really get shown here is a rule that we already know about, but we get the new look, Ride the Winds of Ferric. So instead of picking this unit to make a normal move or retreat, very important there. So that means they can use this out of combat, which is cool. You can say it will Ride the Winds of Ferric. If you do so, remove this unit from the battlefield and set it up on the battlefield more than 1 inch away from all terrain features and objectives, and more than 9 from enemy units. So no more rolling a bunch of dice and getting a random number. This is just a straight up teleport every single movement phase. This is awesome. If we can find some way to get some charge bonuses on them, and hopefully they've got that extra rend across their profiles, you know, if the Gryph Chargers go up to rend 2, like we saw the rend increases for the Dracothian Guard. I mean, I'm assuming they're going to have rend 1 on all their riders attacks now that the Vanguard Hunters at least have rend 1 on all their profiles. So this is a pretty cool ability, and the fact it can be a retreat move as well is really, really strong. We then take a look at the Knight Judicator and his Gryph Hounds, and of course we got the good old Warning Cry ability. First of all, this is cool that he comes with these Gryph Hounds. They're going to be like his loyal pets, so he's going to have a Warning Cry ability near him, which is nice. But Warning Cry, so if the enemy reserve unit or summoned unit is set up on the battlefield for the first time within 12 inch of this unit, you can pick up to 3 friendly Stormcast Eternal units wholly within 12 inch of this unit to shoot. Any shooting attacks made by Stormcast Eternal units picked with this ability must target the reserve unit or summoned unit. So, pretty cool. You know, if your opponent starts deep striking too near you, it's going to be really hard to get the most out of this, I feel, because the enemy reserve unit has to be summoned within 12, and it's your units within 12 of the Gryph Hound as well. So you would need, like, the Gryph Hounds out in the front. So I think this is going to work well for maybe the Knight Judicator here by himself, and maybe some other characters with small units of Gryph Hound to run them. But I think to really get the most out of like 3 large units, are going to be really hard to pull off. Like having 3 units of like Judicators or something behind you is going to be really hard to do. Now the Gryph Hound pack, once again, they do get the Warning Cry ability, hopefully like all Gryph Hounds used to. Darting attacks, so after the unit's 4, it can be and attacks have been resolved, it can retreat 6 inch. Nice. This is a really cool ability. I absolutely loved using this when playing with my Gryph in my last Stormcast Eternals list. It allows you to go up, use Gryph as a screen, go up, charge your opponent, lock them in, and then retreat after you attack, not allowing your opponent to do anything and just blocking them in. We then get a nice little tweak Gryph Overworld, obviously not an actual Stormcast Eternal, so moving on. We then talk about Sleek. This is, of course, the Gryph that fights alongside Draken Cestus in Diachasm. And then Archibald, a cool little thing. Although, we'll talk about him. Have you seen the cool new plushie for Archibald? I look forward to getting both the Nurgling and Archibald plushies. I think they'll be amazing to have behind the camera here. But it's, anyway, not actual Stormcast. And then every Great Beast is named by the Stormcast Eternal Masters, earning powerful appellations such as Stormbeak, Sleek, and Azure Talon. No name is more well known throughout the realms than Archibald. Yep. And so, while we'd previously hoped you'd be poring over pages of Gryph-based content in the new Stormcast Eternal Battletome this month, rest assured Stormcast Eternals and Auric Walklands Battletomes will be available for pre-order in September. So they're leaving themselves a lot of time there. It's a whole month, so we might be waiting another whole month for Stormcast Eternals, but it is what it is. And I'm glad they've actually said something now, because this just makes everything, it's nice to know the future. So with that said, what are your thoughts on all the new Griffin rules we've seen in here? What do you think of them? Let us know in the comments below. Well, thank you all for watching the video. We hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to the channel. And if you'd like to come chat more with me and other members of our fun little community here at Cinderfall Gaming, you can do so by following the link in the description of the video to our Discord server. We're always on there. There's always someone chatting. You can go on there and have a good time. Next up, if you'd like to help support the channel in another way, you can do so by following one of the links to Patreon, YouTube members, or following a link to our merch store on Teespring and grabbing some merch to help support the channel in that way. But also, we'd like to give a shout out to everyone who helps support the channel via Patreon and YouTube members. So first of all, a big thank you to our Patreon members: Christian Weir, James, Soren, Chaos Spawn, AJC, Kenny Lull, Alarin Shop First, James Crowder, Andrew Bowen, Nathan Fee, Tim Newman, The Rising Ape, Cure Dynamic, Agu, Anthony B, MJ, and Dynat226. And a special thank you as well to our YouTube members: Green Roots Gaming, Kenton Young, Steve T, The Real Zeop, Chris Wallace, Turai12, Vinny, Lock Lorick, Matt Mollum, Becca Kinska Groupie, The Johnny84, and El Mapache. I'd also like to give a special shout out to Lady Witchfox Art, first of all, who does all the amazing artwork you see on the channel, and also to Xmorphic, who does an amazing job of running the Discord server and doing all the background work there for us. Thank you all for watching once again though. Stay safe everyone, stay well, and most of all, keep fighting that war against the Grey. Ciao for now.